Today, we're joined by fast-rising, talented Nigerian soul singer. Now, he's responsible for hit songs like Nazarene, Alakori, and he just dropped his latest EP, Hexagon. Now, please join me welcoming An Endless Ocean. Good to have you join us on the show.
Same here. I'm so excited to be here.
Now, I know a lot of your fans, and to be honest, I'm a fan of yours as well. When did you decide that it was music or nothing, or have you always known?
I think I wouldn't say I've always known, but I've just had the inclination to pursue it to a place where I was just sure in my heart that, oh yeah, this is what I wanted to do. And I think it was probably 2020 till now.
I mean, I usually like to tease musicians because you can study music. Do you have any background in actually reading music, and what did you go to school to do?
So I actually studied, funny enough, I studied petroleum engineering. I do not
Wow.
have a like proper degree in music. It's just a thing of passion, and yeah, and I'm doing it.
Now, talking about your music, because I talked about being a fan myself, how would you describe or define your sound? Because some have said, it sounds more gospel. I think maybe more soulful. But you tell me, what genre would you say your music is?
I mean, so the thing about genres is that I believe in genres, but I feel like sometimes they can be very confining and to describe what type of music it is. So I would just say that I cannot categorically tell you what type of genre it is, but I would say that the music I make is soul lifting, inspirational, and to make people feel some type of
Now,
to
a lot of...
feel
Okay, go on, go on.
yeah.
Sorry to cut you off. I was going to talk about, you talked about it being inspirational. And I was going to ask, because a lot of people talk about when they're putting out art, it's a reflection of who they are. And you talked about inspirational music. Where does this come from within you? Does it inspire you yourself as the musician?
I would, so sorry, I don't know if I got the question. Are you asking where my inspiration comes from?
Yes, exactly that. And if your music, since you said it's inspirational music, if, it inspires you yourself when you put it out, and write.
I would say it's many things. Number one is God, is life experiences, my own personal life experiences or life experience of people that I know. And pretty much those are like the three like top sources of inspiration
Yeah.
for me.
Now, I want to talk about the new project. Congratulations first, of course. Hexagon is out. Tell me about putting this together. What was the creative process, and what is the message with this one?
So I wanted to put out a project that, basically spoke about love and was just the purpose of like this project is love. And I have 5 songs on the project, and they're all love songs and love in many forms, but in this one I restricted it to just like love, romance, and then heartbreak. And the first single, Love Practitioner, is just really love in practice. And yeah, this whole project Hexagon is just about love.
One thing comes to mind. A lot of musicians, when it comes to love, you can write about it fantastically, sing about it, but a lot of people like to keep their love lives, private. Are you one of those people?
I don't even think it's just about my love life. I think I love to keep my life private, just in many as I can. But like, because music is something that is vulnerable, you just have to like express yourself to the fullest when you're making the music, because you want people to actually feel something or be touched by it. So it takes a lot of vulnerability. I think that's what I put in.
Now, it's a 5-track project, and one of the songs you had mentioned, Love Practitioner, I did notice on your socials that there is a dance challenge. Is there one? I did see you dancing along with people. I wish you were here to teach us live, but tell us, who came up with the idea of this choreography?
It was actually a friend of mine.
Okay.
So the thing about music nowadays is that, you want people to feel a part of it more than just listening. So I think like these dance challenges are just a way to bring like people together and stuff like that. It was a friend of mine, and then he's also like a dancer, so he just put the choreography together. His name
Okay.
is Ibuku, by the way. Shout out to him. Yeah.
All right, maybe sometime soon we'll meet in person, and then you could teach us the dancing in person. I think it's I know,
Definitely.
but you talked about, of course, music and how it beats people and brings people together. There's Hexagon tour. Now that's a big idea. I mean, I hear you being in Ibadan later this month of June, but I have to ask, what cities are you looking at? What locations are you looking at? And why did you actually think, you know what, let's do a tour for this one?
I mean, the tour is Hexagon tour, but I'm not restricting it to only the songs on Hexagon. But it's just time because I mean, as the fan base grew and as the fan base is growing, it's just right that I get to meet some of my fans in different cities and different parts of the world. And we're planning as many cities as we can. We're starting with Ibadan, and as time goes on, I'll announce more dates and more cities.
Interesting. I mean, we're looking forward to it. Hopefully, we get a couple of locations in Lagos, Abuja, the big cities, because again, you have a lot of fans. But speaking about fans, you talked about being a private person, personally. How do you feel usually meeting your fans? Are you the shy type? And what do they usually say first when they meet you?
So here's the thing. Here's the irony of like music and fans and everything. I feel like one thing with music is once someone has like a shared music is like shared experiences. If I'm talking about something on a song and then maybe you have that experience, that kind of brings some form of connection and some form of relatability between like both of us. So it's important that I am able to speak to my fans, pushing aside the private and institution and just getting to hear their stories and how the music has affected their lives and just, meet with them on a more personal level.
Yeah. You have worked with Waje on an earlier project, but I noticed that, of course, with Hexagon, there are no collaborations. Was that intentional, or are you gonna maybe give us remixes later? What's the plan?
Yeah, pretty much just as you said, and that's the plan really to give remixes later on. Something I'm looking forward to doing, and then obviously speaking to some artists currently, and trying to reach something, reasonable and fun.
I I know that your team will probably be there pinching you, saying, don't tell who you're hoping to work on this project with and all that. But come on, you got to give us something, an exclusive here on East Central. Who would you love to collaborate with? On what song? Maybe you're not in talks with them, but you see that the vibe, the chemistry would work perfectly. Talk to me.
Well, I don't know if I want to mention that, but obviously, if there are people I love to work with, there are a lot of people I love to work with on this particular project. So I don't know if I've given it proper thoughts. But yeah, I think that's all I can say right now. I think
Okay, you're keeping this one close to your chest, but it's okay.
Yeah, I'll keep it to my chest. I think.
I mean, I'm looking forward to the project doing well. I was hearing that it was doing great numbers already on Apple Music. What reception have you gotten so far? What are people saying? What are you getting in your DMs? What has that been like for you?
I think people are loving it so far, and the goal now is to share with more people in many ways I can, and get more people to join in and listen to these songs, because I think that they're meaningful songs and they can impact people in positive ways. So I think the reception so far has been great. I can't complain.
I like that. I like that. Good music, they say, as long as it's good, it will reach a lot of people. But June, the month of June is Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Tell me about some of the struggles that you face, because it's a competitive industry, very saturated as well. And how do you deal with that and just, still be yourself within all that's, within the industry itself?
I think that's a very conscious effort. And same thing with other things. You just have to like keep yourself focused and like push away distractions. In and music sometimes can be very, very demanding. So I just have to sometimes, be very, very intentional about like having quality rest, quality people around me, a quality life in general, just so I stay as sane as I can, while I do music, because it's so demanding.
Yeah.
Because it's something that, a lot of musicians have to deal with. Is this song good enough? There's the fear of rejection. There's also like the fear of acceptance of whether how big it could be. Is this song reaching its potential and stuff like that? It's a lot, but
Yeah.
you have to like do your best to stay sane.
I
Crazy.
like that. I mean, I think you're doing an incredible job. You're looking fresh. The music is good, so it looks like you're in the fantastic hands. I
Yeah.
usually I usually ask musicians this question, and you have to answer. Okay? Would you rather
Okay.
sell out the O2 Arena or win a Grammy if you had to pick one? I know you want both, but what would come first? What would you rather comes first for you? Sell out the O2 Arena or win a Grammy?
I think the one with the people, which is sell out the O2 Arena. The most important thing for the music for me is the people I get to share it with.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
like that. I like that.
Yeah.
Now, we talked earlier about, the things that you do just to stay you. But when you're not writing music or performing, what is an Endless Ocean up to? What makes you truly happy beyond music and, that we know you for?
As funny as it is, I love to sleep. Yeah.
It's important.
Yeah, I really love to rest and just. I consider it fun. I consider it important as well. I hope this doesn't sound too funny, but I genuinely like love to rest, sleep, meditate, just be in a very like quiet space and restful space.
You know what? It was fantastic talking to you. I wish we had more time, but when we see you're going to have to teach us a lot of these dance moves, okay? Because some of us we don't know how to dance. You must teach us. But again, congratulations on the project being out. We're looking forward to seeing visuals and the tour. You better send us tickets, okay? All right,
Yeah,
but
definitely.
it was good having you on the show. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.